let's look at the definition of density. So why do some people pay more than $3,000 for a bicycle made of titanium? This is because it's much lighter, right? It's easier to bike and goes faster. So this is because for a given volume of the metal, titanium has less mass than steel, and titanium has much lower density. So the titanium density is 4.50 grams per cubic centimeter, while iron has a density of 7.86 gram per cubic centimeter. Okay, so the density of a substance is the ratio of its mass to volume. So if you know the mass and the volume, we can calculate density. And density is intensive property. So we can use density to identify what type of material it is, as different materials can have different densities. So for example, if you have a liquid that you measure out the volume is 22.5 milliliter and it has a mass of 27.2 grams, and we can calculate the density of the liquid. Based on the mass and volume, we can calculate density. So this is a drawing diagram like this, help you make the connection, identify what equation, what formula you can use. So density is equal to mass divided by volume, give you the density of the liquid is 1.21 grams per milliliter. So density is an intensive property. What does that mean? Intensive properties are independent the amount of the substance being measured. So for example, when you have water, the average room temperature, the density of water is 1.0 grams per milliliter. Okay, so regardless if you have, let's say 1 grams water, the density is 1.0 grams per milliliter. When you have 100 grams of water, the density is the same. So because density is an intensive property and it's independent of the amount. So on the opposite, there's also extensive property. So extensive properties are dependent on the amount, such as mass and volume. So if you will have this much water and you will have different mass, then you have much more amount of water. So those are extensive properties.